All right, this is take 4, but we've got some exciting reworks for Captain America, OG Captain America, and Captain Carter, which a lot of people upgraded quite a bit. Plus, we've been looking at this for the last couple days. A lot of speculation, but basically have confirmation on Black Knight and Cosmic Ghost Rider. A lot of people are saying Mephisto. I'm not sure that that's Mephisto. We'll have to find out. But let's talk about Black Knight first. Black Knight was showing up on the Marvel Strike Force infographic right here behind me. So there looks like that's going to be coming later in February. And then Hartgrave had an exclusive video where he interviewed one of the developers. A link to this video will be put in the description. I would go check out this video. There's a lot of interesting things in here. It talks about Cosmic Ghost Rider and the Out of Time team. And so what the Out of Time team is, it's going to be a war team of some kind. We have war bonuses. And it's characters that are in the wrong timeline. They're not in their correct timeline. And so a lot of people are asking, is Black Knight going to be on this team? Because it doesn't say anything here about that. Black Knight's hiding behind me. But they kind of messed up a little bit. So the weekly blog post that just came out today, and we're going to go over this because it has the new room rolls for Cosmic Crucible. The Crimson Cackling was supposed to be the title of the blog, but for like the first hour or so, it said weekly blog, a night out of time. So that gives us confirmation on Black Knight and Ghost Rider. I know a lot of people saying, why do we have 5 Ghost Riders? Isn't the OG Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes, Nemesis, Dormammu, and now we've got a 5th Ghost Rider? Yeah, I'm just kidding. I wonder if people are not going to even understand that that's just me being silly and goofy. Now, there's a couple things I wanted to point out in this video right here. It's primarily going to be a war team. Looks like it's going to be one of the best war teams out there, this Out of Time. He said, Matt Sheet said it could beat nowhere. And they said that there was some really cool things on the kit where you want the other team to go first. So, like, he said that he lowers damage before the Out of Time team goes, and that Cosmic Ghost Rider will double speed bar, forcing the other team to go first, waste all their ultimates. And then he also said something about the ultimate on this guy. No. What he said is that when the other team uses an ultimate, it puts barrier on the Out of Time team. So how much specific it is to war remains to be seen, but it seems pretty exciting that they're putting some kind of like anti-speed meta mechanics into the game. I actually am pretty excited to see how this plays out. Go check out Hartgrave's video. Also, since we're talking about the reworks to Captain America and we're talking in Captain Carter, it was brought to my attention by the developers. I was in a conference call yesterday that the changing of the animations doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be a rework. So they hinted at some X-Men reworks a while back. I thought that we were supposed to have them by now, but I don't know when they're coming. But they kind of hinted to me that just because they rework Storm doesn't necessarily mean that Storm is going to get a rework. So I would hold off on upgrading anything just because Storm animations are changed. That doesn't mean that Storm is necessarily going to get the rework. Now, let's get into the blog post. We're going to go through this really quickly. Raid season reward update, Taskmaster, Diamond featuring, so like right now, Spider Weaver. I think that's the top 1,000 alliance, top 100 alliances, whatever it is. But the 2-week season rewards will be going from Weaver to Taskmaster. Strike Pass is going to be Sunspot. We need those. We're getting a Union Jack Blitz. Gear Explosion, earn triple Origin gear rewards for 24 hours. I need that for Bio. Alliance event, Tribunal Tech, Battle in Cosmic Crucible, and earn event orbs. And I just got to say, I'm not really a fan of this individual game mode funneling into an Alliance participation event. There's just all kinds of reasons why I don't like solo event, solo content feeding into an Alliance event. Not a fan of that. Gwenverse, earn Arena Orb and play War Battles. Web Store, Clintar, Drum Kit, expend Campaign Energy. Ms. Marvel, no normal costume to shop. We're going to get new incursion campaign chapters. We're going to go over that at the bottom. We're getting 7 and 8. Let's go over Red Goblin. Now, I'm not going to go over the kit because I went over the kit in the video earlier, but I've been getting a lot of questions about the ISOs, and now that I've talked more about the ISOs, I feel confident in saying that Venom and Gwenom are going to be strikers. And then for me, very likely the other 3 will be raiders. There's some debate to happen on the 3s, but I'm confident in saying that Gwenom and Venom are strikers. I think in my initial testing, I used Red Goblin as healer, but I think Raider is going to be the way to go. And then the other thing that I didn't talk about in my video earlier is his unique, and that is going to be the augmented hammer tech. So start saving them now. I'm glad it's not alien spores, or maybe I wish it was alien spores. I don't know. But anyways, that's what it is. Now, let's keep scrolling through that. We're going to just pass through all of this, and we're going to go down a little bit further, and we're going to go through the blog. I think the next thing we're going to talk about is the Cosmic Crucible Season 6. I did have a chance to play this on the test server. It felt like the room bonuses are not as prescriptive, and that allows for more theory crafting was my general feeling. We'll have to see how this plays out. Something that I think is going to allow for a lot more theory crafting is this particular rule right here. Symbiote characters will count as Superior 6 and Sinister 6. And I think what's interesting about that is that that'll give extra value to the Hive Mind team because, you know, with this particular rule, interchanging them with Superior 6 and Sinister 6 will give them more viable in the season. Now, it looks like this season is going to be a bit shorter. I'm going to read this right here. The next season is To Impress the Living Trauma is coming up soon, and the new season introduces several updates, including new rules. Season 6 and 7 for Cosmic Crucible will be shorter than previous seasons. That's good. Season 6 officially begins on February 9th, and you'll have until February 12th, the first day of the trials, to set your defense. Season 7 will begin on March 29th, with the first trials starting April 1st. To adjust for the shortened season between 6 and 7, we'll be adjusting player ranks. We won't be adjusting player ranks. So if you're looking to climb up to a higher league to avoid falling to a lower one, you have to have both season 6 and 7 showing up level tribune of what you got. So every time that we get a new season, the question comes up numerous times that their ranking drops. So yes, when the next season starts, season 6, your rank will be reset. They're not going to be resetting it between 6 and 7. All right. So this is interesting. Again, Superior 6 characters on successful attack, bury yourself for 15% max health. Looks familiar. When successfully attacked, removed, revive once from the attacker. On spawn, gain defense up. So that will also apply, the way that I read this, to symbiotes as well. All the characters get the defensive boosts right here, and then after each completed attempt, they get exhausted. So you have a little bit easier time going in the second and third attack. Now, we're going to go over an infographic by Updog. A link to this infographic will also be put in the description. First room, on defense and offense, Raider and Skirmisher characters gain 200% extra damage with under 50% health. Might be an opportunity to take advantage of Gambit's passive in that room. This is already a good team in Cosmic Crucible. He also mentions Unlimited and Gamma as well. Big shout out to Updog. Stage 2, Mystic Healthcare on defense and offense. Mystic characters gain 20% drain per negative effect. Bleed offense down, trauma, or disrupted. You could use, Darkhold with Quicksilver, or maybe you could use Weaver with Eternals, or maybe even Undying. Feel like this is a good suggestion right there. Stage 3, when a positive effect is applied to a character, increase the duration of all positive effects on allies on that character by +1 up to a maximum of 3. When a negative effect is applied to a character, increase the duration of all negative effects on allies of that character by +1 up to a maximum of 3. And then here we just have Secret Defenders, which were amazing last season. Other options, you could be using Unlimited, and then also Superior 6. I think that Superior 6, Sinister 6 symbiotes are going to be very interesting in this season 6. Spiritual 4, this is the most interesting room to me by far. All characters, anytime a character gains energy from an active ability, they gain +1 extra energy. We're going to come back to that. When an enemy character dies, allied characters gain 1 ability energy. So killing someone quickly matters. Ultimate abilities cost +3 more ability energy. So characters that have good basics, good specials, characters that can burst down an enemy quickly so that you get the ability energy. And then this right here, an active ability, that is going to be like Gwenum's basic. That is going to be like Shuri's special. This is going to be like Captain America's special and Captain America Sam Wilson's special. So not so much like Thanos. Thanos is on his passive. So when ability energy derives from the ultimate special or basic and not the passive is my understanding the way this room works. And so it looks like they have a team here using Gwenum, Shuri. Down here we've got Wakanda with Shuri. Down here we've got another team made up of Rebirth, which has Captain America and Captain America Sam Wilson. I think that's amazing. I think a lot of thought went into this infographic. I like it a lot. Stage 5, robotic double on offense and defense tech characters. Whenever a tech character uses an ultimate ability, revive an ally tech character at 100% health. Woof, scary. That's going to be Superior 6. Let me get out of the way here. Pegasus, of course, but I think Pegasus is just kind of slow. I don't know if that's going to be good on defense. And then there's some hybrid there of running symbiotes with like Doom and some of the Sinister 6 team. I think it's very interesting. And then in room 6, health insurance on offense and defense. All characters on turn. Characters remove all positive effects from self and heal by 10% of max health for each positive effect removed. So, you know, characters that have safeguard, which would be Infinity Watch. And then there's some other suggestions. We'll have to see. I mean, all of this is just speculation. I feel like we've got to get in there and play. And, you know, the way that this looks, you know, after a week of playing it is sometimes very different than our initial thoughts. Down at the bottom, they're going to add new incursion campaign chapters. Chapters 7 and 8 for the incursion campaign arrive on February 8th, along with your chance to earn important Red Star resources. Chapter 7 requires mutant or tech characters at 6 red, while Chapter 8 requires mutants at 7 red stars for the first 5 missions and any character at 7 red stars for the final 5 missions. And the rewards will be Pegasus, along with 7 red stars for select New Avengers, Secret Defenders, and Superior 6. Now, let's just go over the rest of my notes here before we finish the video. So this was on Tana's video right here. I'm going to put a link to Tana's video in the description. He is showcasing a Green Goblin classic Mephisto costume, and this is tied to greed. So Nova's costume was tied to Raph, and then on Benny Westside's channel, there is a Black Cat costume, and that is tied to Envy. So that's 3. I'm guessing that there's going to be 7. Maybe that'll have something to do with the Mephisto. I'm not really sure. I have no idea if it's going to be a purchase or not. But but Nova, the Wrath costume was tied to offers. Basically, if you bought all 3, or at least one of the Hive Mind each, like if you bought a Gwenum offer, a Void Knight offer, and then a Red Goblin. It says that Red Goblin is not a legendary. He's for sale. Well, that's probably going to be, $25, $50 plus. We don't know what Red Goblin is going to be, either 25 or 50, but let's just say 50 to keep the math simple. The Wrath costume is $125. And I don't know what the release method for Black Cat or this Green Goblin costume. That's pretty cool, actually. But for me, anytime Scopely can make money by not selling power, cool, right? I mean, they make money when they sell Gear Tier 19. They make money when they sell Diamond Stars. They make money when they have a level cap increase and people purchase the XP pack. So anytime they can make money that is not by selling power, I'm okay with that. I just really am, you know, and not that they'll ever pass any of those savings down to us. I don't expect that at all, but I just think it's a good way to do it. Now, also, there was some clarification, and this is coming in from Pathfinder. In a recent blog, it was stated that starting the subsequent war season rewards will contain a specific character's diamonds for at least 2 seasons. Official clarification from Scopely, this means 2 war seasons with a diamond character in it, not the same character. They're going to be pivoting away from, you know, the next one for the raid season is going to be Taskmaster, and then from there it's going to go to war. Also, they stated that there was going to be some improvements to not only war but Crucible rewards, and they said they were going to announce that sometime in February. Developers, we need more T4s. I feel like what the main problem here is, I'm not going to read this, but you know, we get T4s, and I'm not even sure how much we get on a monthly basis, but a lot of it is tied to how well your alliance does. And so some people are getting more than others, and it feels like there's a gap that's widening. And the other thing, too, is that when we get reworks, if you haven't upgraded and put the T4s in the reworks, it can be a lot all at once. For example, Hive Mind. I already had the T4s, or a lot of the T4s, on Venom and Carnage, but newer players don't. So I'm only having to think about what are the T4s I want to put on 3 characters, where other people are having to make a decision on 5 characters. So I feel like this is kind of a function of reworks and people, you know, having to catch up because the older characters, they don't have the T4s in them yet, right? And then lastly, increased war credits earned per match and war win. And I'm struggling right now in the war store myself. They added Ironheart MK2 there. And the problem with the war store is that it's a good source of uniques. There's 3 slots in there. And oftentimes I'm going and spending my war credits on the 3 slots. What I really want is them to have 3 slots in the Crucible store. Why can't we have 3 slots? Because I have an abundance of Crucible currency, but not enough access to the gear that I need. And so in the war store, it feels like I'm always short. And, you know, I'm having to make a decision between Ironheart MK2 and the teal gear that I need. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Boy, I'm having a fun one today. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Gamers are cool. Rec nerds, have fun. Bye.
Could you love her?
Always short.
A haunted house. Or could you love me now? A haunted I'm a haunted house. A haunted house. If you're
Short over? No.